We're either staring at the local Bitcoin bottom right now, or my friends, things are about to get extremely ugly. So we need to look at both perspectives. Where, if the bottom is truly in, could Bitcoin be headed here in the short term? And if this winds up not being the bottom, where could we potentially be headed to the downside in the short term? Let's dive in and analyze. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Crypto Kirby here, your cryptocurrency expert, back with another edition of the daily live stream. Right now, you can see that we are at the proverbial powder keg moment. And right now, all eyes are on the Bitcoin price. So let's waste no more time and get right down to it. And of course, before we do begin, if you could, hit that thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm. Thank you for that. And if you're brand new, well, consider yourself lucky. Welcome to the most realistic Bitcoin analysis channel on all of YouTube, period. Hit that subscribe button, tick the little bell and select all. Welcome to the channel. Now, on that note, if you are already subscribed, you would know that on yesterday's stream, I pointed out the similarities between the last three Bitcoin bottoms, all of which led to a new all-time high breakout, okay? And the thing that these all have in common are that upon the correction, they found their bottoms down at the lower band, the lower line of the Keltner channel. Okay, this indicator, in my opinion, on the one-day time frame in particular, has been so spot on accurate in concern of finding the support for this whole uptrend of Bitcoin since our breakout down at roughly 12,000. Right now, you just can't make this stuff up, folks. Ding, 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 chicken wings for dinner, tofu if you're vegan. Right now, the Bitcoin price seems to potentially be finding tentative support at the bottom of the Keltner channel here once again. And in conjunction with being at the bottom of the Keltner, this also coincides with this historic level of prior confluence. You could see twice we had old resistance here, which now is possibly looking to flip into new support. This is classic technical analysis theory, old resistance, possibly now looking to act as new support upon backtest down. So we have two things going for us. This is the bottom line of the Keltner channel and the horizontal level of old confluence now looking to possibly flip into new support. Let's get this crypto. So now let's talk about this green candle here and why it could be important for the Bitcoin price moving forward. And don't forget, if you are enjoying thus far, seriously, the thumbs up helps the algorithm immensely. So please click that if you can. Thank you. If you're brand new, you see, hit the subscribe button, tick the little bell and select all so you do not miss any more of these important Bitcoin and crypto analyses. Now, this green candle, this is important because of the fact that it could possibly, we have to wait and see how it closes today, but it could possibly be confirmation here on the daily time frame that the bottom of the Keltner is going to hold. Now, sure, technical analysis is never perfect. It's just looking at probabilities. So by a confirmation, what I mean here is that the potential of further upside action increases, right? The probability of potential further upside increases if we now saw this doji one day find support at the bottom of the Keltner, and we close today's candle body here with a nice green candle to the upside, closing above yesterday's prior high. Okay. Now, if this occurs, right, and this is what we see, what I'm looking for on possible continuation here is for Bitcoin to get through this downward sloping resistance trend line. Now, you can see this isn't the most perfect downward sloping resistance trend line. We don't have all too many touch points, but I'm working with what we have here, right? As that's all I can possibly do. So right now we have to monitor this trend line and see where it breaks out. This wick right here up at about 57,000 is interesting to me. Maybe that's where we get above, look to form more support and break out again. If not, this level up here at about 60,000 is also very interesting for me. It would be a break above our old all-time high and a break above this little resistance here just before our old all-time high as well. So really, I'm watching for a break of 57,000 to then once again potentially increase the bullish probable outcome. Let's get this crypto. So from a bullish perspective, that's what I'm seeing. And I told you guys yesterday that I would possibly be entering a new position to potentially capture the majority of the next move. And right now, my friends, the Don is looking to potentially strike gold again. What I've done here is I went long. Shout out to my VIPs. I have already entered a long position here, just in a small little itty bitty profit right now. I also have a plan here if we drop a bit further. So what I'm going to continue to do here, folks, is keep you updated in VIP as I enter more positions, as I look to potentially take profit on this position, maybe look to add to this position. I will keep you personally updated with all of my personal speculative plans in VIP. If you're not already in my VIP, I'm telling you, that's where I post all of my speculative entry ideas, exit ideas, potential take profit ideas, as the Don looks to potentially strike gold again. So right now, folks, I'm telling you, I am long with this confluence here. I have a risk mitigation strategy in place. And yeah, I'll keep you all updated with my position and future positions moving forward in VIP. If you're not already in my VIP, today is the day. It's time to transform yourself from average Joe into savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. I'll see you in VIP right now after this video. So now we have to talk about the bearish potential. What happens if we break down here? And does that seem like a possibility? Well, it's always a possibility. Even though there is bullish confluence here, there is always a possibility of the technical analysis being disrespected and we fall right through. This is a game of probabilities, right? And even if there is only a 0.0000001% chance of something occurring, well, maybe that is the time that the small probability chance of it happening actually occurs. And I'm not saying that that's the real probability of this here. I'm just stating in general, there are no certainties or guarantees in trading or in technical analysis. It does not exist, okay? So with that being said, let's say that we break through. First and foremost, I want to show you a catalyst here, a fundamental catalyst, which could potentially apply some bearish pressure. And that for me here, folks, is the US dollar index, still chugging along here, continuing to create higher highs and higher lows. Something interesting as well on the alligator indicator, the Williams alligator, a momentum indicator. We are possibly looking to see a bullish cross here. The green line possibly looking to rip above both the red and the blue on the weekly time frame here on my chart. And why this is concerning to me is because let's just take a look at the past several times that this has occurred. All right. Sure, the very last one here was short-lived because this pump here was due to essentially the illiquidity factor when global equities were selling off due to the global uncertainty back in March of 2020. We saw a rapid sell-off in equities, a rapid demand for the dollar, and then that all dissipated, as we know, because basically every asset in existence has essentially seen an immaculate rise here over the past year. So let's really not observe that one too much. Let's look at the other times. Back down here in 2018, we had the bullish cross right there, led to a prolonged period of bullish action. Over here as well, we saw back in 2016, bullish cross led to a sustained period of prolonged upward action. All right, down here in 2014, saw the bullish cross led to a serious time of prolonged bullish action. Now, of course, we have seen this happen a few other times. I'm just pointing out that the track record here on the Williams alligator on the DXY weekly time frame, this has been a historically pretty bullish indicator to look at, a pretty bullish signal. So right now, with it already on a higher high and higher low trajectory, already right now breaking back into this channel, okay, rather than staying below it and seeing resistance there, now seeing us break into this channel and looking to potentially see this bullish alligator cross here. I just want it to be known that I do believe that the US dollar index bearish trade has been overcrowded. Too many people thinking that the dollar is just going to hyperinflate due to stimulus packages and things like that. The trade is overcrowded. You can't forget, like every other asset, essentially, right? Stocks, cryptos, you name it. At the end of the day, the US dollar is just a tradable share, right? That's the way to think about it, right? So on the Forex markets, this is just another It's essentially like a stock or a crypto, right? Just think of it like that. And when the trade gets too crowded, you start to see things like short squeezes. You start to see things like over leveraged, over margin leveraged traders having to cover their positions and have to buy back in. And right now, it's very possible, in my opinion, that we are seeing that occur right now. And if we do get the weekly alligator cross here, it wouldn't surprise me to potentially see a prolonged period of potential upside, just like we have seen time and time and time again all throughout the DXY past. And of course, past performance does not indicate future results. It does not have to happen. But once again, rolling back to what I said earlier, the probability for further upside action based upon what we've seen historically certainly increases, in my opinion, if we get this cross. Let's get this crypto. I hope that wasn't too hard to understand, and I hope you did enjoy that breakdown there. So that is the catalyst that I'm seeing right now, along with as well, before I forget, that the US 10-year bond yield is just ripping as well. Already had its Williams alligator cross on the weekly time frame, and this thing is just skyrocketing. Okay, so right now the demand for bonds is there. The demand for US dollars is apparently there. And if that is in fact to continue, well, this is what we have to watch out here for on the Bitcoin chart. All right, because if we continue to see that demand for dollars rise, theoretically and hypothetically, it would create a decline in other assets, and Bitcoin and crypto in general could possibly be one of them, right? So if we start to break down here, back to the technicals now, right? That was more of a fundamental analysis there. Coming back to the Bitcoin chart here, all eyes from me are basically on this level below 49,000 and 48,000, okay? If we see Bitcoin lose this support structure here and lose the Keltner channel, which is something that we haven't done on the daily time frame since our breakout at 12,000, okay? Full candle bodies closing below it hasn't happened, right? We saw 2 wicks down here, but in terms of full candle body closes, we haven't seen it yet. So that would be a warning shot for me, right? Hashtag, leave a comment down below, ladies and gentlemen. Hashtag warning shots fired, right? If you see what I'm talking about here. And of course, just losing this potential old resistance, flipping into new support is definitely a bearish warning signal for me. So once again, the probability of potential further bearish pressure increases below that level, starting roughly for me down at about 48,000, especially a loss of 48,000 and heading into the 47s is where I really start to have those alarm bells ringing saying, ding, 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 Turbinaccio, this actually may be a very bearish breakdown. So now if that is in fact to occur, level 1 for me, quite the same predicament as up here. I would like to see this old prior high, these old 2 peaks here, now look to potentially act as support. And, we can only speculate at this point, but this is really the main area of confluence, right? So if we lose this $48,000 and $47,000 range, I think all eyes then become set upon 42,000 to 39,000. All right. And sure, it'd be wonderful if we hold there, but what if we don't? Unfortunately, folks, the next range for me is this area of confluence here, right? Look at this: resistance, support, resistance, 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 and then we broke out. So we have a lot of coiled up prior pressure here. This is all the way down at 34,000. And the reason why these are targets, right? I'm sure the Moon Boys at this point, right? Kirby, what are you doing? You're drawing a line here on the chart, but the institutions are in now, Kirby. We're never dropping again. My friends, these degenerates, they couldn't tell a dunce cap from a doorknob. But the truth of the matter is that in a parabolic uptrend, we don't really have much in terms of levels to be looking at here. It's parabolic. So when we drop, the nature of the beast can be parabolic to the downside as well. So what I'm doing here is looking at these prior areas and just drawing straight trend lines of areas where traders could look to potentially settle up. That right there is at about 34,000. And the next one after that would just be the prior lows of this move down at about 29,000. So areas here, right? Let's just recap real quick. A loss of the one-day Keltner, which I'll flip back on, warning shot fired. A loss of the 49K region, warning shot fired. A drop below 48,000. This, for me, is when all of the alarm bells are just ding, 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 ding going off, right? And at that point, I'm looking to potentially target down between 42 to 39,000. Okay. Then if that is lost, I would then set my eyes on 34,000 roughly. And if 34,000 is lost, then my eyes go on to 29,000, right? This is all just hypothetical. This is all just on my chart. None of this needs to happen, little moon boy Jimmy. But if we are starting to see some bearish rollover here, these are the areas that personally I would speculate that others may potentially be targeting as well. And if we are to see a drop of this magnitude, you can't get caught like a deer in the headlights here, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, even if you want Bitcoin to go to the moon, you must have a plan if it drops here. Are you going to have a stop loss? Are you going to take some profit? Are you going to dollar cost average? Are you going to go short? You need to have an equal plan for if this drops to the downside, just the same as your plan for if it rips to the upside. What are you doing to the upside? Are you going to take profit? Are you going to buy more upon the potential breakout, right? Are you going to just have a trailing stop loss, right? You need to have a plan for both directions. And what I'm telling you right now, folks, is that right now I'm strategizing around the clock, looking to potentially crush this next move, whichever way it breaks. And if you want to see all of my personal speculative trade setup ideas, entry ideas, exit ideas, potential take profit ideas, as the dawn looks to potentially strike gold again, what I'm telling you, folks, is that you need to become VIP today. It's time to transform yourself from average Joe into savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. I'll see you in VIP right now after this video. Okay, so I know that this may be a harsh reality here to the downside, but if you're trading, sheesh, this could be extremely opportunistic, right? Extremely. And I know that you guys here on this channel understand that. Unfortunately, though, this space right now is riddled with Moonboy degenerates. Wow, just riddled. I can't even believe it. But here on this channel, we don't let that phase us. We just stay cool, calm, and collected, preparing to strike like a cobra out of the grass and get this crypto when the opportunity does in fact arise. Whether that's up or down, the dawn does not care. I'm looking to potentially crush it in either direction. Let's get this crypto. And if you're wondering, after all of this, how I'm able to remain so cool, calm, and collected, my friends, it's because the dawn has been up the mountain. The dawn has been down the mountain. And quite frankly, the dawn has also been everywhere in between. And I have wined and dined with kings and queens. And I have slept in alleys and dined on pork and beans. And let me tell you something, little James. The dawn prefers the wine and queens every single time. So as these moon boys and degenerates continue to live a life of peril and squalor, the dawn will continue to grind for every Satoshi and dollar. Let's get this crypto. My friends, right now, I'm preparing to potentially crush this next move. And if you would like to see all of my personal speculative trade setup ideas, entry ideas, exit ideas, potential take profit ideas, as the dawn looks to potentially strike gold again, my friends, I will see you in VIP right now after this video. Let's get this crypto. Today is the day. It's time to transform yourself from average Joe into savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. I'll see you in VIP right now after this video. One last time, if you enjoyed and found this valuable, that thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm. Seriously, it helps so much, so thank you for that. If you're brand new, well, you're lucky. Welcome to the most realistic Bitcoin analysis channel on YouTube, period. Hit that subscribe button, tick the little bell, and select all so you do not miss any more of these important analyses. My friends, on that note, I will see you in VIP right now after this video. Let's get this crypto. And until next time, my friends, the dawn has spoken. Be safe, be happy, be healthy. It's your boy, Crypto Kirby. Peace and love, my friends. Curbs. Oh, and beware of the fake Kirby imposters down in the comment section. I will never post a phone number on your comment. I will never send you any type of unsolicited email. That is not me. You can see the two examples down below. They have the same name as me, but they're posting phone numbers. They're using very weird typing to get around the spam filter. That is not me. This is an example of my real comment here. You can see the nameplate has a gray background to it, and I do leave a creator heart next to the thumbs up so you can validate that that is me. I generally only post the VIP information in a pinned comment, so you know that is me there. My friends, don't fall for any of the fakes. Be smart, be safe. I'll see you in VIP right now after this video. Let's get this crypto.
The material in this video has no regard to the specific investment objectives, financial situation, or particular needs of any viewer. This video is presented solely for informational and entertainment purposes and is not to be construed as a recommendation, solicitation, or an offer to buy or sell any securities, commodities, cryptocurrencies, or any related financial instruments, nor should any of its content be taken as investment advice. Crypto Kirby is not a financial advisor. The views expressed in this video are completely speculative opinions and do not guarantee any specific result or profit. Trading and investing is extremely high risk and can result in the loss of all of your capital. Any opinions expressed in this video are subject to change without notice. Crypto Kirby is not under any obligation to update or keep current the information contained herein. Crypto Kirby may have an interest in the securities, commodities, cryptocurrencies, and or derivatives of any entities referred to in this material. Crypto Kirby accepts no liability whatsoever for any loss or damage of any kind arising out of the use of all or any part of this material. Crypto Kirby recommends that you consult with a licensed and qualified professional before making any investment or trading decisions. Thank you for watching and have a great day.